want it, we can always throw it, you know.
You're sending me messages in the middle of this.
But better to have it than not if you're looking for it.
Correct. So we are now recording. So if it asks anybody, you know, don't say no.
Don't leave the meeting.
If you get a message, please say yes.
Exactly.
Got it.
All right. Well, yeah, I said 5 o'clock, but it's actually 6 o'clock for you folks. So officially, this is our December holiday party meeting. Hello, everybody. Maggie Thompson here, president of the Upper Midwest Bead Society. For my last meeting as president, Nancy Miller, who is also here, will be taking over January 1st.
Okay.
And she's been president before, so she's incredibly capable. And so tonight we're going to be doing some show and tell, and I'm going to be teaching a short little class of Diane Fitzgerald's Dagger Fern earrings. And let's see, pertinent things to say. I think I have one item. We wanted everybody to know that our dues will be going up to $35 a year, January 1st. So if this is your time of year to renew, please renew. And people who join throughout the year have different anniversary dates. So
And
that
if
will
you
be
pay before January 1st, you still get it at the old rate.
right.
Oh, that's it.
And so just so everybody is aware of that, and you know, reminding everybody of all the wonderful perks, and that we're probably still, even with the raised membership prices, we are still, I believe, the cheapest bead society in the country.
Was that if we renew before January 1st, it's the old rate?
Correct.
Mhm.
Okay.
Which is 31. So, I mean, we're only raising it $4, folks. This is not, you know, this is not going to break the bank. However, we just want everybody to be aware of it. So you're not surprised. And I think, are we going to do show and tell first? Was that it? And I'll teach at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So before we start with show and tell, I believe Maxine is here, and our darling Maxine needs to tell us a joke to end our year correctly.
That's right. So it's a short one. Why did the chicken go to the seance? To get to the other side.
Oh, that's so bad. I shouldn't even be laughing at that, but that's just bad.
You're laughing because it was really funny. Silly, but funny.
It was good.
All right. So tell me, who would like to go first for show and tell? Just somebody speak up and go ahead.
Raise your
I'll go.
hand. There you go, bead lady.
I'll go get some.
So I do ornaments for my family members every year, and I did 20 snowflakes, and they are
Oh my.
colors, and most of them got mailed today to out-of-state people. And I'll show you a few of my Christmas ornaments.
Oh, beautiful.
Pretty.
And this one came out of Jeff Barber's basement. The ornament itself before I beaded it.
Oh, wow.
I believe it's blown because there's a hole where I think it's blown into a mold. And I also did several, like Berta showed us, out of salt shakers.
Oh yeah.
I like those.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. Someone else's turn.
I kind of showed it already, but I don't know if everybody's on. I potted my Christmas tree.
Yay.
Glad to see you got it done.
How long did it take you to do that tree, Berta?
It took me a long time because I'm really slow. Really, really slow. And it's hard because it's paddle wire. So it's really tough wire to work with.
Hmm,
So, but yay.
Yay. Beautiful.
good for you. It's beautiful.
Is it all wire or is it beads too?
Oh yeah, it's beads.
What
Yep.
size beads?
What size 11s?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And so I have been beading like a necklace a week, but I won't show you 50. But this is a clock
Ooh.
with a bug that I've done. And this is, shockingly enough, blue.
Ooh.
Oh, no.
And this one, I'll only show you 4. This is just the last month. I put a ladybug on it. You know, I think I could be breaking out of black and white. Shocking, isn't it? And so, and this, the last one, for anyone who was at the retreat, I was doing arrows, and I finished it as a necklace. I bought this pattern and it basically said, do it. And I was very disappointed. So I did it. So I guess they were right.
You mean
Beautiful.
it didn't have directions? It just said, this is what it looks like?
Yep, basically that was it. Did not have directions.
Wow.
Yeah, they were very, very rudimentary directions.
It really had a chart so you could make your own design, but no directions, no real directions. So anyway,
It turned out great.
thank you.
All are beautiful. Thanks, Maxine.
I
Lisa?
have, yeah, so this is the necklace that was on the cover of Beadwork Quick and Easy issue. This is like a version 2 with the tassels hanging down, the beaded tassels hanging down, but there's more colorways in my shop too. So, yep,
And congratulations again.
thank you. That's all.
Okay, next.
I have,
Okay.
I have something here.
Oh, good, Brenda.
Yeah, this is a kit from Peggy Wright. I bought many, many, many years ago. I think when they were still at Rosemont Community Center, Bead Bazaar. And I finally finished it. So I love that. And then this is from, I think, Marcia, one of her kits, 101 beads
Nice.
bracelet. Yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
I wasn't,
Go ahead, Cheryl. I was just going to say, Cheryl, I know you have something.
I wasn't planning on sharing anything, but it was like, oh, hey, this year I did all my ornaments on my tree, all my own ornaments. And I
Oh, wow.
if you'll be able to see it.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Let's see, my biggie, my big one is there. You see that one? So
Wow.
that's all my stuff.
Wow. How many do you have on there?
I didn't count. I don't know. A lot.
That's awesome.
Thanks.
Next.
Hi, is this good? I'm just talking. Anyway, my name is Joyce Edmondson, and this is my first meeting. I live in St. Petersburg, Florida. It's in Tampa Bay. And
Hi, Joyce. Glad you could join us. Welcome.
Yay, thank you.
My daughter's going down there next week for a week.
Oh, it's nice weather. It's been foggy, but not, not bad at all. A little warm. But anyway, so I do a lot of designing, but I also belong to 2 other bead societies. And so I can tell you that yours is like one of the most inexpensive. But
Yeah.
but I wasn't prepared to show, but right now I'm working on a bracelet called Hannah by Ella Deese. I don't know if any of you have done this one. It's beautiful. It's lacy. It's got chatons on it. And I'm doing a separate second colorway in like a lavender and like
So
gold.
pretty.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's really pretty. But anyway, I'll beat along with you. I don't have any 2-hole daggers, but I have something that I might try as substitute.
Cool.
It would work well with like crescents or something like that.
That's what
too.
I was thinking.
Oh.
Crescents. Yeah.
You know, I just try any of those 2-hole beads and then let us know what you come out with, because we are always interested in, how to substitute.
Cool.
Well, I'm going to show what I did. I did the focal point at the bead retreat. And I'm not sure if you can see.
Ooh, beautiful.
Wow.
And
That's very
Nancy showed me how to, because this is cubic right angle weave. And the instructions were impossible to figure out. I could not figure them out. Roberta Sorensen couldn't figure them out. Nancy said, these are terrible instructions. So anyway, so I did finish it at the bead retreat, and then I've been working on the rope.
Very cool. Very
So
nice.
that it just goes right over my head, so I don't have to worry about clasps or anything. So,
Is that the Kumi rope you were asking me about?
Nope.
Okay.
That's the one, and I'll have to show that at a different time. That's for the Cellini spiral, to go through the Cellini spiral. So I called Maggie to ask her how many inches I needed for a 24-inch, and she said 80. And I'm going, 80? Holy moly.
80? Oh,
Yeah.
no.
So that'll have to be a different time.
Well, that was beautiful. Thank you.
I'll go.
Okay.
So,
I have some ornaments that I've made this past few months. If nobody else wants to go for next.
Nope, you go right ahead.
Okay. I've been making warp stars and a few other geometric, I don't know, is that showing? Yeah, there.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. Those
Wow.
are beautiful.
that's huge.
And this one was going to be a gift, but I decided I'm gifting it to myself, and I made a smaller one for the giftee.
Good for you, Berta.
I've seen that one in person. It's beautiful. Just beautiful.
How big is that star? That big star?
Maybe about 6 inches across.
Wow. Wow.
Looks bigger than that.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And then a couple of these for pet owners. They have little
Oh,
paw prints in them.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
that's cool.
Hey, Roberta, do you stuff your ornaments?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Adele ordered some from Demarca, but they had to come all the way from France. They work beautifully, but
The foam
it's-
ones?
yes.
Yeah.
So
I
I've
have
just
some
been
that.
using like newspaper bags and sometimes shipping bags if they're, a thin enough plastic. And that I just cut them up into strips and they work really well.
But I used to.
This one gave me trouble. It's a little Santa Claus box. Let's see there, a Julia Predel design.
Oh,
And I
cool.
had to fudge the fiddle with the length of the top and the bottom to make it fit more, what I thought was more securely. And I'm tempted to keep it, but I have a giftee that really likes Santa Clauses, so I guess it's going to her.
You sound enthusiastic.
I know.
Or not.
It's like, because they won't appreciate.
You're very generous.
You
Yeah,
are.
that's a good way of looking at it. So this was just working with, again, the DeMarco general principles, and I got the idea from Linda Courier, who lives further south of us. But she just tried to use a different color on every angle of the triangles, and it's really fun to
Wow.
do. You know, use up little
Wow.
short supplies of beads. And then this is an Easter egg, but I think it's gaudy enough to be a Christmas ornament.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Wow,
that's not
that is
gaudy.
beautiful. That's
Yeah, it's really
gorgeous.
tough to see. It's really 3D. Each triangle is very,
I love that pattern. I haven't seen one like that before.
I'll send you not a link because I haven't figured out how to do that, but I'll send you the name of the site. She's got some beautiful patterns.
Wow, that's very
That's
cool.
it for me.
That was gorgeous. Thanks, Berta.
Yeah.
Beautiful
I got
stuff.
something. I do.
Okay.
Ooh,
Liliana.
Hi, Leanna.
Leanna, there you are.
Hey.
I have to flip through my screens. How you doing?
Good. Hey, I just want to show you, I'm not a Kumi person, but I made the most beautiful thing by Maggie Thompson, this
Oh, wow.
fabulous
Nice.
necklace. I don't know what
Oh,
it's called,
cool.
Maggie. I'm sorry. But I
Dancing
absolutely-
daggers.
It was so fun to do, and I'm so pleased with it. And now I'm not afraid of Kumi anymore.
There you go.
Yay.
It's not that hard, is it?
No, it's not. That's all
Thank
I
you,
have.
Leanna. You did a beautiful job.
Well, it was a beautiful design, Maggie.
Thank you.
Well, I'll go.
Okay.
I have this. I came home from camp and my mother went in the hospital and I needed something to distract me. I don't know. I can't see what I'm doing. So it was, oops. So it was an enchant me.
Higher. Hold it higher.
Or higher.
There you
Like
go.
that. You still can't see it. I can tell
There
by
you
your-
go. Face it towards your light. And
Toward
closer.
there.
Very
Yes,
good.
go toward the light.
Pretty.
Yep.
It's supposed to be a swan. I had issues with not the pattern, but what beads came in the pattern. So it was missing some essential pieces, which is too bad, but I had fun. And then I just added some of my own.
How big is that crystal in the middle?
It's big.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of stuff holding it on the back.
Okay.
It's
Um,
very beautiful.
Thank
It
you.
really is.
I think I would have liked it in blue, but it was available in that color, so that's what I did. And then every once in a while I play with wire. So this is my itty bitty try at a
Nice.
pseudo French flower. I don't know if you can see it.
Oh,
But
nice.
it was fun. I'll do
Mhm.
more.
Suzanne
did-
would be proud.
Pardon?
Suzanne would be proud.
Well, I think Susanna's probably going, oh my God, you're showing that to the public. So, but I mean, I did one of those Christmas trees 2 years ago before COVID.
Yep.
And when I took the class, I knew it was wire. I knew it was beads. That's all I knew.
Yep.
And I had a blast with it. And so I've made a couple since then. I'm staring at one that's not potted yet. It's over there sitting in with some turkey feathers in the vase. But yeah, I've had a little more downtime because I'm doing a lot of mom care. So I'm sitting far more than I generally, for those of you who've ever been at retreat with me, you know I don't sit very well. So I'm sitting a whole lot more these days. And
That's
beading.
hard.
Yeah. And then here, I'm just finishing this one up. So for those of you who were here before the meeting started, I don't know, I met somebody who's down in Florida at a completely different conference. And she's a beater, and we were talking about snowflakes. This one's not quite done yet, but so I snowflake bombed. See, this one still needs a point because I'm beating it right now, but I snowflake bombed the people's house I was dog sitting for. I made about 30 of these and put them all around their little Christmas decorations and just for fun because I was just hanging out with their dog. And there are people I could do that to. They got it.
They would appreciate it.
They appreciate, yeah.
Oh, that's good.
It was fun. So that's it. That's all I got.
Okay, I came to this group just a year ago because I took Maggie's classes on Zoom.
Very cool.
Excellent.
That's one of them. And after Cliff Swain gave his lecture, I took a butterfly class of his.
Ooh,
Nice.
Yeah. And I've got my chunky done from last month.
Oh, from Leslie's.
Wow.
Yeah. And then I did, a dummy me didn't realize this is probably supposed to be worn in the front like a lariat rather than a closure. So, yeah. And this one I really like, came out of Beadwork Magazine, Pearls.
Ooh,
Cool.
Pretty.
really
That's
pretty.
beautiful.
I like that.
Could you hold up your butterfly again? Oh, beautiful.
He's
I
on a
love the
lariat.
colors.
He's
Yeah,
on a lariat, so he slides up and down.
Oh, nice.
that's beautiful.
gorgeous.
Mhm.
Is it a black and silver or is it dark blue and
Green and black.
green and black? Okay.
Yeah. Green beads that are lined in gold.
Ooh.
So they kind of shimmer, yeah.
Yeah.
Very anatomically correct. There are legs on the backside and antenna and
Very cool.
Wow.
job.
Rochelle, you would know, he taught us that little bracelet.
Oh, yeah, the Indo box stitch.
That's what the rope.
Indo-Chinese spiraling
Oh,
stitch.
yeah,
wasn't it?
that's a really fun rope. And so I'm glad that
Yeah.
made a whole necklace out of it.
Yep.
That was a really fun rope.
Thank you.
Well, that's lovely, Jane. Thank you.
Who's next? Marlene, did you have something?
I could go.
Okay, go ahead, Marcia.
So I have been making Chris Empting Obenland's Mobius star. Here, this might make it easier to see.
Ooh, very
It's
cool.
a kind of a V-shaped thing that turns into, once you fold it, a Mobius folded star. And I added the little crystal in the middle because, you know, bezels. And then I made a couple other ones. I tried doing a shaded ombre sort of thing, which worked out pretty well. But because it's Mobius, the gradation doesn't meet perfectly at the last point. So I tried shading a different way so that each,
Oh, that's cool too. Yeah.
each point would be a color and then there'd be a transition between each point
cool.
and the next point.
Wow.
Nice.
Sort of thing.
Very nice.
And then I did one last one in all metallics. I have a card for somebody that's black and brown and silver and a little bit of peachy gold. And this sort of was inspired by the card. So that should make a pretty fun gift.
Beautiful.
Yes,
Very.
very
I
nice.
love this pattern. It's really cool.
How long does it take to make one?
I'm gonna say 6 hours maybe. Takes me about an hour per leg plus joining it together, and there are 5 legs.
Okay.
So
Wow. I like how
Pretty
you did
cool.
that ombre effect.
thank you. It's
Graduated.
yeah. You do one leg at a time and it's a long strip. So there are 40 rows in the strip. So I divided it by 5 and did the first chunk of 8 with all one color. And then the next chunk of 8, just introducing one bead in the color in each row. Then the middle chunk, there's 2 beads of each color. And then the 4th chunk, there's just 1 bead of the color I'm leaving. And then the last chunk, it's all the new color. So it works out really well. And I just try and space them as far apart as I can from each other, the colors.
Very cool.
Nice. Definitely.
I had a good
Thanks,
time.
Marcia.
Made that sound easy, and I know it's not.
You know,
Is that a
exactly.
pattern
really
or a?
interesting. It's folded peyote, which I had never done before. And the folding it at the end is the most complicated part, but she wrote a good pattern and she did good illustrations. And if you actually look at the illustrations and read the words at the same time, it's totally doable.
Cool. Very nice.
Very. Marlene, did you say you had something to show?
No, I didn't, but I have some
Okay.
bingo bells for the Christmas party.
Oh, Marlene Morris. There's 2 Marlenes. I think Marlene Morris had something.
Okay, maybe she does.
Oh, okay.
But I-
Marlene? Whoops, we can't hear you, Marlene. Yeah, your audio doesn't work. So just hold it up. Oh, look it. It's a little candle.
wow.
That's
from
gorgeous.
Thread a Bead, right?
Looks like it.
Yeah.
It's really cute.
Mhm.
And I love how it really works. It's like battery operated.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah.
Very cool.
Fun. That's great.
Nice. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, and she's a snow. Oh, is it box?
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, look at
Yeah, she
that.
does boxes.
Oh, okay, that's a candle side too.
Awesome.
And another one.
Oh, wow.
That one's by Katie Dean.
Okay.
That I was gonna say, I think those last 2 look like they're from Katie Dean's site. She does those little lanterns really well.
Mhm.
Yep.
Oh, by
No.
Teresa Morris.
Oh, okay.
No,
Teresa
okay.
Morris. Okay.
Never mind.
Nice.
Wow.
Oh, looks like more.
Oh, that's by Katie Dean. Yeah. No, she did the box one. That one isn't. Marina. Okay. I can't say her last name.
Costanova.
Yeah.
Marina, yeah, big long Russian
Costanova.
name.
Tinova.
Costaninova. Yeah.
Konstantinova.
I think it's 5 syllables.
That's really cute.
Really,
That's
it is.
cute.
Can I buy a vowel?
it's like a
Yeah.
winning film.
5 syllables sounds like.
Exactly.
You know, if she did one of those fairies, she could do one of those fairies and make it look like Mrs. Claus.
Exactly.
You know, that would be cute because it's kind of like the same shape-ish.
Yep.
Well, thank you, Marlene. Even if we can't hear you, thanks for sharing.
Yay.
Oh, there we go. Look at
Yeah,
that.
by Thread a
Oh,
Bead.
yeah, Thread a Bead. Okay. Paulette, do you have anything?
Yeah, I guess. I didn't, some of my stuff is still packed. I made a bunch of boxes, not a bunch, but I made some boxes from Julia Prattle. I think I showed them before, but this is a totally different thing I did. I joined a polymer clay guild, and this is my first sculpture. And I put everything,
wow.
made it 3D, but at some point I'm going to repeat the class, the notes that I have, and I'm supposed to actually make a pin to wear. But I love, because she taught us how to do the leaves and the mushrooms, and I mean all these little things that are on there. These little mushrooms, and I mean a bunch of stuff, these little cup things, and I mean name it. I mean there's a whole bunch of things, a lot of techniques and stuff. So I'm going to go back and probably mute the colors a little bit and make a pin like we're supposed to. But it was very fun. This is my very first polymer clay I ever made.
Wow, good job.
Yeah.
So
excellent.
That's impressive.
How long did it take you? How long did it take you,
It
Paulette?
was Janet Robert Benson. It was the teacher, and through the Kansas City Palmer Clay Guild, it was a 2-day class, a Friday and a Sunday. So you had a Saturday to play with stuff, make more mushrooms, or do whatever, you know, get your stuff ready, and then we finished it up on Sunday. But anyway, it was she's a great teacher. If you're ever interested in doing something real interesting with Palmer Clay, she's great. So
good.
So can
Anyway.
I ask just a random polymer clay question with something like that? Do you bake each piece, like you make it and then bake it and then put it together, or do you put that whole thing?
Actually, it was partial that way. Like the leaves, we did bake, and we actually bedded wire in the Palmer Clay and made it with the wire. So you had a wire end to it. Same with some of the mushrooms. And then there's the base itself was soft. And so some things, one thing good about Palmer Clay, you can bake some things ahead of time, put it in unbaked Palmer Clay, rebake the whole thing again, and keep doing, adding and whatever. And it's not really going to destroy your original baked Palmer Clay, like the leaves and stuff. But you have to watch, you know, you have to pay attention to your temperatures and things like that. So it's a kind of a, and then she also used and taught us how to use other types of clay as the base to make it so not so heavy. But it was very interesting. We did put Palmer Clay on wire and then put liquid Palmer Clay and some other stuff and translucent, and used a hot, what do I want to say? A hot gun, you know, heat.
Oh.
And so you made a lot of really interesting, clear things and stuff. So, I mean, it's just very cool, but yeah.
Well, that is phenomenal looking. I am so impressed that is
Yeah.
your first polymer clay.
Yeah, so it was fun because I never did a Skinner blend before, which is how you blend these things together to get these shades, and I didn't do, you know, hadn't done any of this stuff. Making like the colors kind of ombre in the center and then changes to the outside. You know, there's methods to doing that. So but anyway, it was fun. Anyway, and then I made some boxes. I have since I moved and stuff, I have a lot of things that are partially done. So I have another box. I'm almost done. I have 2 rows to add, and I'll finish the lid, and that will be done. And that's a Helen Tang Lim box or vessel. So that's pretty much it. I didn't, like I said, I wasn't prepared. I didn't take a lot of stuff out for this. So anyway, I'm excited. I'm loving seeing everybody's work. It's beautiful.
Cool. Anybody next? No? Who else we got here? Let's look at some
I
faces.
just joined in, Joanne. I just came on.
Hi, Joanne. How you doing?
Hi. I'm exhausted. I was at Oxford. You know, there was a shooting in Michigan. Kids it killed 4 kids, and 8 people were in the hospital. And we've been taking our therapy dogs. They have a recreational center. And we've been taking the dogs to be with the children and the adults. And it's amazing, and until you hear them talk, what they have to say.
Where in Michigan?
Oxford, Michigan. It's a little tiny town. It's about 20 miles from me. 40 miles from me, but it's a little tiny town, but there's 2 towns there were 1,800 kids in the school. And I'm sure most of you have heard about it on the radio or on the TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. That's so sad.
Well, the parents are in jail too for buying him a gun.
Yeah, I did read that.
Oh, yeah, they found, is that the, oh, yeah, okay.
Well, the parents are charged with manslaughter.
Wow.
You give a 15-year-old kid a gun. I'm gonna watch tonight. I'm too tired to try to even do anything.
Well, just watch our show and tell, and hopefully it'll raise your mood and make you feel a little better.
I hope so. Yes. Michelle
Hi,
encouraged me
Carla.
to come out.
I see you're on, Carla.
Anybody have more show and tell? Carla or Gail? Anybody? Any of you new folks that joined us?
I just have cookies.
All
Just share
right.
those, would you?
Oh, there's your dog. Marlene's dog.
Cute.
Oh, there he is.
So cute.
A little Frenchie.
What about
That's
you, Gail
cute.
Erickson? Did you raise your hand?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
You know, I'm a lamp worker and I've been trying to find some things that I can do to put my beads on. And I'm also a basket weaver, Basket Weavers Guild. Same guild that Upper Midwest Bead Society is affiliated with the Textile Center. So the basket weavers, one week earlier this year, we made whisks. So here's the whisk that I made. And then of course
wow.
I get to dangle some of my glasswork beads on there.
Good for you.
And
Oh, that's great.
And everything I have so far is kind of neutral tones, but I also took another basket weaving class that had wood beads on it. And I started by making some of my own glass beads.
Oh,
So
wow.
I'm going to take this apart and make some more beads and have them all be my beads, which will also give a little weight to the basket.
Oh, very
So
nice.
I made those specifically. And then again, the basket weavers find me all different things to do. We had a class where we did some weaving on gourds. And this is what I started. And you can see how you start to weave
beautiful.
and then you add little glass beads. But again, I'm going to make some beads to put on, and I have another gourd this color, bronze, and then I have another gourd that's kind of a iridescent blue, which would be really fun to make some blue beads.
Oh, wow. I bet you
Are
that's
those
gonna be
reeds?
gorgeous.
Those ropes that you have going around the top, are those reeds?
This is called Danish cord. So it's just kind of like rope.
Oh, okay.
But, but the other basket is reed. And then the whisks are made with broom corn. And I'm making some short little scrubbers. And I'll put beads on those too.
Fun.
And I think that's, oh, I did one more thing. You can see up in the up by the fan, maybe you can see.
Oh,
this.
yeah, the three-dimensional mobile.
Called the Himalaye. It's a Finnish mobile that they make at the end of harvest, and then they keep it for decoration all winter, and then they burn it when they plant in the spring. And they always hang beads on the bottom. So of course I had my black and red beads ready to go.
Very cool.
Yeah,
So
that's
anything
great.
I think I can stick a bead on, a lampwork bead, that's what I'll do.
Thanks, Gail. Okay,
Maggie,
Gail,
I can't
Gail
see you.
McMillan, is that your? I'm hearing all kinds of background noise from you.
Oh, sorry.
That's all
It
right.
might be my TV. My husband just had cataract surgery, so he's watching TV with one eye.
Well, do you have any show and tell?
No, I just have my little angels that with the but I mostly have been making cookies. So
Nothing wrong with that.
Cookies are good.
These are just little Swarovski that are no longer available beads.
Right.
But I think they're sweet. I've sold, I don't know. So I'm not very inspired.
Well, it's all right. You've got busy things going on.
I got my grandkids here, and my granddaughter was helping me make peanut butter balls last night, and she called them chocolate meatballs. So
That
so
works.
we had chocolate meatballs last night.
Okay, Maggie,
Carol?
I have
Who's
my box
talking?
to show.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Oh, Marlene, there you go. Oh yeah, that little origami box.
Origami box.
Oh,
Right.
beautiful.
Yeah.
I was inspired because one of the members here did her box in red flowers. I did mine in blue flowers.
Ooh.
And so when I could have been Marlene that did that. So it inspired me, and she gave the name of the designer from Etsy, which is a AKK name. So if you look up, search in Etsy, AKK, you will find the long name that goes with the lady who designs these boxes.
I think her name is Aki Janhoven. AKKE is her first name, and I don't remember how to spell her last name, but I got that pattern too and made it last year. It's fun.
Yeah.
It is fun. It is fun. So that's my first 3-dimensional beading.
Oh,
So
Good for
what-
you.
I have a lot of unfinished Maggie's designs with Kumihimo. So everybody enjoy your Kumihimo. Someday I'll put my clasps on, Maggie.
Yep. Well, we'll just have to load you up some more. So you keep
Right.
working on those.
That's right. I got them all laid out. Everybody's impressed, but I can't wear them. They don't have clasps.
Oh, yep. Time to get some clasps.
That's right.
Is anybody else interested in showing and telling?
I've been making little stars.
Oh, cool.
Pretty.
Carla, there you are.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Really
Isn't that
cute,
pretty?
Carla.
That's nice.
Those are the hope stars, aren't they?
I don't know. I just
They are.
Chris
Bring the
Best,
pattern.
it was
Bring the pattern tomorrow.
yeah, it was one of the oh, what do you call them? The trendsetter patterns.
Oh, okay. Do you know which one that is?
It's yes,
Rochelle?
it is the hope. It is the hope pendant. Yes. But I'm doing them as little Christmas ornaments. And they're quite fun. I'm hoping to make enough for my family get together next Sunday. So
Oh, excellent.
Would you adopt me?
yeah. Can we talk cookies?
Barter?
You betcha, honey. Toffee?
Yes, yes.
All right. Anybody else?
No.
I guess I'll go. If it's last, then I'll go last. That was the idea. So
Well, that's okay. I have one to show, but I'll go after you, Rochelle. So you go ahead. Oh yeah.
all right. Well, hold on. I gotta change my camera. So this is, everybody get excited because you are the first people to see the Toho 2022 challenge colors.
Those are pretty.
Whoa. And so I know it's a little washed out. My lights are kind of bright. It's, you know, very, very soft lavendery blue, almost on the edge of the very Perry world that Pantone has going on, but it's called Dawn of a New Day.
That is
Beautiful.
beautiful.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
And so we have some really fun stuff as well here that are brand new. They are Toho Miyavi Colors. And what they are natural dyed beads. And so in the past, they've used indigo to dye some of the Ico beads, and now they're also using the safflower. And so there's a company in Japan that's been doing this for about 100 years or so, and they've been dyeing glass forever and with all these natural flowers. So they've been working now with Toho to do Toho Ico beads. So there are 4 colors in the palette that are these Miyabi colors. And so they're natural dyed with safflower. And then if you mix the indigo with the safflower, you can get all these other kind of very earthy, mauvey, lavendery shades. And so it's loads and loads of fun. And we are going to be announcing it very soon to the public. And we'll have the drawings and the giveaway as soon as we have our Toho challenge gala feature. We've just had to postpone it, but we'll be announcing it here in like middle of January. So we'll have special kits and everything, that we're going to have another promotion with the Bead Society. So if you have not finished your Toho Challenge 2021, please don't give up. There's still lots of time. You know, you can always do it. And I did find 5 mini Toho challenge kits left in our stash. So if anybody sends me emails, I will draw 5 names out of all the people who email me, and you can have the kit for free. You just have to pay the shipping. So like I said, I have 5 mini Toho challenge kits. So email me, and like I said, I'll just draw names out of, you know, so 5 random people that email me will get free kits. So please email me and take the 2021 challenge, and then be prepared and take the 2022 challenge. So there's just so much time to bead that we want you to have stuff to do.
So to be
So
clear,
I'm going to
Beautiful.
pin myself here and go back to normal. Sorry. And
Now, Rochelle, you pick all those colors out every year, don't you?
correct. It's and we started out as a group effort, and we realized you can't pick a palette with a group. It doesn't work.
No.
So Sonia from Starman worked with me on the Starman check beads. So we have 7 colors of Starman check beads to go in the kit, so that you can really create your full vision of the palette. And then Toho helped work with the Miyabi beads. There is actually 20 colors in the Miyabi section. So there's 5 different colors and then 4 finishes of each color. So if you're interested in the new Ico Miyabi beads, the 20 new colors, we're ordering special order. So just message me, email me, and there are 50-gram bags is what the Icos come in these Miyabi colors. So that's what we're doing for that. So the Toho challenge inspiration was, you know, it's like I said, the dawn of a new day. I've been watching the sunsets every morning, and it really invokes those kind of colors and that kind of feeling in the palette. At least that's been my inspiration of how I came up with this one.
Well, they're beautiful. I love them.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Good choice.
All righty. Well, I have one project to show. Let's see if I can get this here. Can everybody see that? Or do I have to share it?
Have to share it.
Have to share it, I think.
Hold on.
Or
Hold
else-
on. I have to. There we go. I have to just get all my buttons pushed in the right order. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Can everybody see that?
Yeah.
This
Yes.
is it's a flower cap bracelet. These are and it's my latest design. These are check glass, you know, little flower caps, and of course bicones on the bottom. And every one of these is a wrapped loop dangle. And what I did was I was looking for a way to make a design that has embellishments on it without having to do 2 or 3 steps after you do the braids. So what I did is I took each one of these dangles, you make them all first, and then thread them on as if they were one bead. And then you just braid them as you go along. And I thought it worked out pretty well.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
and
very
there's-
ingenious.
Yes.
And there's a crystal, I put bicones on the other side of the dangles on the braid. So you get to see that. So, and comes in 3 colorways, available in my Etsy shop. And that's my show and tell for tonight.
I like it.
Beautiful.
Very nice.
Thank you. All right. Is everybody ready for class?
Yep, teach away.
All righty. This won't take real long. We're going to be doing Diane Fitzgerald's Dagger Fern earrings, and mine are not quite this long, but you know, you can make them any length you want, just depending obviously on how many daggers you use. And so I did this colorway with the oops, let me get that straight. With the bronze and the pinky smoky color there. And then I did an icy etched blue and etched silver. And then the one we're going to make tonight is, I made the first one up, and this one is shorter, just so you can see that you can make a very nice one. It doesn't have to be long. And you could even do it with just, you know, 3 or 4 of these layers. So first thing we're going to do is, these are our beads. And I just kind of laid them out, how we're going to pick them up. So take about, I think a yard or so of thread will definitely give you 2 earrings. So what you do is you going from left to right in the first dagger on the bottom, and you pull your thread through, leave yourself just enough of a tail so we can tie a knot, and then you're going to go right to left through the top hole. And then we're going to tie a knot. And obviously what I'm not saying here, Diane calls for fire line, 8-pound fire line, which is what this is. This is the black satin color. And so after you tie your knot, this is what you have. Oops, I get that. And then you're going to continue left to right through that bottom hole again. And then I believe at this point, I don't think Diane does this in her pattern, but I like to burn this tail off because it just gets in the way. So I do that. And then we're going to go right to left through the top hole again. So you're just going in circles until you get it going to the right spot. Now, the next bead, you'll be adding the 2-hole dagger on the left side, and you're going to be adding it through the second hole, the bottom hole of that bead, and pulling it so it looks like that. So they're a little bit offset, and that's kind of how you do your little ladder design. And then you're going to go left to right through the top hole of that same bead, and then pick up your next one for the other side and go left to right through the top hole and right to left through the bottom hole, and then go through the top hole of the previous dagger, the first one you put on, and then through the bottom hole of the dagger that's on your left. And when you pull that tight, you get this. This is how you get your little fern kind of looking design. And so now we're going to go back through those top two holes of the two daggers you just added, left to right. Like that. And then you're going to pick up your next dagger, and we're going to be adding them from right and left. So you're alternating left to right and then right to left. So through the second bottom hole of that dagger, so that that bottom hole lines up with the top hole of this dagger right here. And then you're going to go through this top hole here on that same bronze dagger. And you don't have to alternate your colors. I just thought it was interesting. You can do all one color, or, you know, however you want to do it. And then this one, we're going to go through, oops, we're going to find that top hole and go right to left through the top hole of the next dagger bead, and then circle back around left to right through the bottom hole and then the top hole of the previous row and the top hole of that green one, and then the bottom hole of the right hand dagger. So right now you're over here in the bottom hole of the right hand dagger. You're going to go through the top hole of that dagger and the top hole of the bronze dagger on the left. And then we're going to add again through the bottom hole on the left hand side. So now we're adding from left to right. So bottom hole, top hole, and then top hole still going left to right, and then bottom hole. So it's just, I mean, it's a very simple technique once you get your top and bottom holes lined up. Oops, and I'm just got myself tangled on a pair of cheater specs there. Okay, so here we are. And now we're going to go through the top hole of the previous dagger row. And then back through that top hole of the next one on the left. And then through the bottom hole of that outside one. And I just kind of wiggle the thread until you get it pulled tight. And then you want to go through the top hole and this top hole for the one on the right. And then we're going to add our last two, and it'll be left to right through the bottom hole, right to left through the top hole, and then add your last bronze one, right to left through the top hole, and through the bottom hole there, top hole of the previous one, and my thread's getting a little out around there. Okay, then through the top hole, and the bottom hole again on your right hand bronze. And let me pull that a little bit. And then we're going to go through the top hole on this one and the top hole on the last added bronze on the left hand side. And now we're going to add our size 11 beads, just like this.
So Maggie, maybe I'm pulling too tight, but the ferns keep like flipping all over the place. They're not like,
And you know what? I've had that happen like with these, and it seems to be the longer I make it, the more flippy they get. And if you look at the picture of Diane's, you can see hers are flipping. Hers are even longer than my longest ones, and they're flipping around. So I think that that's part of the design, and that's okay.
oh, okay. So they don't totally lay flat.
No, and I think they can. I seem to find with this number of beads, they lay the flattest. And the more daggers you add, the more twirly they get.
Gotcha.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Now Diane's pattern says to add 9 beads. I add 8 because I want an even number. Because I'm going to attach, the ear wire between the 4th and 5th bead. So we're just going to circle back through that top hole of the dagger, and then again we'll repeat that thread path through the size 11s. Hold on a minute. And I usually go through twice. I think that's probably sufficient. And I always end right in the middle between the two top dagger beads. And I tie a half hitch knot right in the center between those two beads. And I'll do a couple of those just to anchor everything. And I suppose you could put a dot of super glue on there if you wanted to.
Maggie, what would happen if you used a lighter weight thread?
I don't know. That's a really good question.
It just seems like 8 pound is really heavy for that. I mean, the beads aren't that heavy.
I'm using Toho 1G and it's working just fine. It's just, I was having that flippy issue and I didn't know if that was part of the pattern or, but
Yeah, I don't know if you would get more flippiness going on with lighter thread or not. I don't know.
But
And
you
I
could
mean,
use a 6 pound.
oh, I would think so. I mean, I think you can probably use whatever you find comfortable, but this I did with 8 pound and it's flippy, but I don't find that offensive. I mean, I still think it's a really pretty design. You know, it just
Thank
means
you.
they move more when you wear them. Anyway,
I
so
just didn't know if it was me because I was using 1G thread, if that's why,
no,
or if it was just part of the design.
no, I think that's just part of it. And mine are laying pretty flat, but not completely flat. I mean, you can see that they're, you know, they move a little. And it seems like the more you add up, the longer you get your little fern, the flippier they get. All right, so I'll tie one more, 2 or 3 half hitches between these top 2 daggers is fine. And then I just take the needle and go back through the upper hole of the right hand dagger just to bury that knot. And then I go through one of the size 11 beads and then burn off the thread so that you don't really see the knot in between. Let's see if we can get that. I mean, you can see it if you're really looking at it, but. And then, like I said, I use 8 seed beads because I've got a different kind of ear wire than what Diane shows on hers. Diane has got a larger circle on hers, and I'm using a lever back that you just open, and then I put it between the 4th and 5th seed bead so that it's centered. And then close that up. Let's auto focus again here. And just like that. And then you're done. I mean, it works up really quickly, I think. And like I said, you know, you want to make sure all your holes are open. And this was, I probably got 2 feet at least of thread left. And I started out with a yard of thread, so I could make easily another earring, maybe 2. So there you have it. And obviously you can download this pattern from the website or from Facebook on our members only page. And any other questions?
So I put a 2mm fire polish in between the top of my daggers right in the center. And it lays a little straighter, less flippy, and it looks really cute. So
okay, is that instead?
I'm going to show you in 1 second here as soon as I finish it. I saw Diane do this once before when she made that initially.
I'm not sure what she's got on the top of these. It's not what she shows here in the actual pattern. But these almost look like you know, knot cover things, you know, like little knot clamps.
Yeah, I think it's a fire polish. I'm not sure. But I remember when she made this pattern, it was really, really funny. And so here is, I just did it with the 2mm fire polish right in between, right at the top. And so between the two, that's all you do. And so that's what it looks like. So it just goes down the center and then it,
Oh, so you did it between every single layer.
single one, yeah, so it
Oh,
goes,
all right.
that way they
Now
lay.
that's cool.
I like
Yeah.
that.
She
Mhm.
did it once before, like I said, I remembered when we, and so it was, so she's done it a couple different ways, and but yeah, in between the two daggers on the very top hole, that's where all you put it, is just
What
And I
size
can
bead
see
was
that
that, Rochelle?
a
What
2 mil
size?
fire polish.
2 mil.
Okay,
Yeah, that
cool.
would give it a lot more stability.
It does, yeah, and I'm using
Mhm.
1G thread, and it still has the stability.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, and you know, use your imagination. Yeah, everybody who's, you know,
Mhm.
who's watching, please use your imagination, and you can always post your finished products on the Facebook page and let us all see it. And because you just never know. We're a group of highly creative people, so you just never know what somebody's going to come up with.
Some of us imitate and don't create.
But even changing the colors like you do is, you know,
Right.
your personal spin on something. So
Right. You don't have to change the whole design, but just little tweaks here and there. So it's a little more personal for you. And yeah, color of the beads is included. So yeah, I think these are just a very, very pretty design. And I think I am going to try it. I've got some 2 millimeters here with me, and I think I'm going to try it again with the 2 mils and see what happens. Oh yeah, here we go. Somebody says, I think that pattern would be really cool with crescents. And I think it could be done with crescents too.
I think so too. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
definitely gonna try it with crescents.
And yeah, alternating colors makes it easier to see which row you're on and whether you're going bottom whole, you know, which circle you're doing, bottom to top. Yeah, somebody else likes crescents. Oh yeah, and use them as dangles below lampwork bead. Or even on a lariat necklace. Oh, Joyce, I'm so sorry. Her internet was getting unstable, so she had to sign off. Okay.
Well, I would like to say Merry Christmas to all of you, and I would like to say thank you so much, Maggie, for your year of service. You elevated UMBS exponentially.
Well,
Amen.
you.
Definitely.
You've
Yeah.
done a terrific job, and so has
You did.
Rochelle.
Thank you. Thank
Good
you.
thing Rochelle's staying on.
It's gonna be a real tough act to follow. Thank you.
Oh, I don't think so. It took the whole board. It's never one person. It was all of us together. So, you know, you can start out being leader, and if nobody's marching down the trail with you, there just isn't going to be a whole lot that happens. So I had a great time, and what a great board. Thank you so much for making this just a stellar year. I've enjoyed every minute of it. So.
Well, you made it a lot easier for me on my first year as this coordinator.
Good.
You know, help get my act together here. So
oh, well, you just
the next couple years, where I think we're just gonna do so much more and more and more, because we have so many active members, and that's part of the fun is, you know, anybody in our membership can teach our Let's Bead Live Saturdays. Anybody wants to do a workshop, we want to promote you, we want to promote what you're doing, we want to introduce your work to the whole rest of the bead society and the rest of the world. So anybody that wants to teach, wants to do anything, please just message us and we'll book you in. You know, we got a whole year to fill, so
definitely
fill her up.
I think you all did an absolutely stellar job of taking in-person meetings online.
Yes.
And I know it took a village to do that.
It did.
So appreciative. So appreciative.
But it's so
Yeah.
nice. Nobody has to drive out in the cold, you know.
I know.
Well, and it isn't that we
Really,
don't.
really like this Zoom format.
Yeah. Well, and even when we start, meeting in person again,
We're
we're still going to continue with the
because we
Zoom
want all
because.
you people from all over the country to be able to join.
Right.
You know.
Well, and
Right.
and that's part of the fun is, I know people from, like, I work with people who aren't in Minnesota and aren't in the Twin Cities, and I can invite them to join this awesome group of people, and they can actually be present. And
Well,
I
and sharing everything,
Or
Yeah.
you can snowbird anywhere you want and still be part of it. You don't miss half the meetings. And
Sort of like Marlene Ackerman in Florida.
Yep.
Exactly. We have a few people from Florida here tonight. And
Yeah, we had two, Marlene and Joyce.
Yep. And of course, Maggie in Arizona.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well, for 3 months anyway.
Got your blanket out behind you.
Yep. Yeah, that's my signal that I'm in my little tiny house in Mesa for the next 3 months.
What's the temperature in Mesa?
Oh God, should I really tell you?
Yeah.
It's in the 80s, isn't it?
Well, it was about 70 today, and just bright sunshine, light breeze. It just doesn't get any better.
Did Minnesota get 8 inches of snow this last few days?
More like 18,
21 inches in Woodbury.
I got 18.
21.
I got 18.
Okay.
I only had about 4.
I got
It's supposed to be 50 degrees here on Wednesday, so
And
it'll be
raining.
gone.
Well,
Yeah.
Paulette, what's your weather like in Kansas City?
Today was bright and sunny, high of about 57 or so.
You weren't affected by the tornadoes, were you?
No, the
area?
tornado, no, because closest, I guess there was a little bit of part of Missouri and a little bit of Illinois, but we're just further west. And it's so strange that, we may get some tornadoes at some point. We are, Kansas is part of the tornado alley, but it's just kind of strange how it's very strong tornadoes this time of year. A lot of it towards the south,
You moved now?
Arkansas. Yeah.
Have you left North Carolina?
Yeah, I live in Lenexa, Kansas. I moved here in August.
Okay. I
So,
know
which
we were looking, but I didn't realize you had actually moved.
yeah, we moved. We came up here in June and we've been looking for houses, but we, found a house in June, and then we moved in August. And then I have both my boys live here. And my oldest just had his 35th birthday, and he has 4 kids, so I have 4 grandchildren. So it's pretty exciting.
Nice.
So anyway,
Oh, that's so fun. You get to be with them.
yeah. So
And you're much closer to Minnesota if you ever want
I
to.
know. I can't wait. I'm watching to see what happens. But yeah, we did go. My husband we went to Mayo Clinic, so we did take a drive. It's only like, I don't know, 6 hours to Rochester. So you guys would be probably a little bit, whatever, an hour, 2 hours more, maybe. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
Hour and a half.
Hour and a half.
Yeah. So, hey, it's a road trip for sure. Easy road trip.
Definitely.
Yep. So, yeah. And I talk about, I from North Carolina, I'm president of a group, but there's some people from my North Carolina group that have joined Upper Midwest Bead Society. And then there's a couple of people that are thinking about joining. So we'll see how it lays out. So it is kind of interesting with the Zoom. You can communicate with so many people. I Zoom with Kansas Bead Group and Farmer Clay, and then I be, North Carolina. It's called Capital Area Building Society, Beading Society, and you guys, and
Yep, and I'm a
Virginia.
member of your North Carolina group. So is
Yes.
Lisa.
Yeah,
And
that's true.
Lisa taught a class for your group earlier this year, and I'll be teaching one in January. So
Yeah.
it's just a lot of fun to
Having
join
a
other
night
bead.
where we merge bead societies together, have a few events, and let's join and
I
cross.
think, Rochelle, I do talk about, I tell you guys, tell my members there, hey, by the way, there's, beading, when you used to call it basic beading, and now it's beading live or whatever. I let them know we need to have demo and do. I'm like, hey, there's demo and do, great teachers, inexpensive classes, a lot of things to choose from. So yeah, so it's exciting. So
You do a really good job of promoting
You do.
UMBS, Paulette.
Yeah.
You are fantastic,
I mean,
Paulette.
really, because when you think about the industry, it's still struggling so hard. Bead shops, designers, it's just not the way it is. There's no, magazines are going under, Bead and Button went under. If you like beadwork, you could join Interweave, but they have a newsletter, but monthly newsletter. But if you really want to get access to their patterns, you have to join Interweave. So it's just kind of hard. I mean, I think it's by us being able to communicate with all the bead societies, figure out what everybody's doing, what some teachers, and support everybody. I think it's great. Try to do what we can. So
I think that's a great goal for the new year. Find out somehow to mesh and share us all together.
Yeah.
On one or two events.
That would be nice.
That would be great for the group in Michigan.
Yeah.
Because it's we haven't really had a meeting. We've had a board meeting, but we really haven't had a meeting in a year. So doing something with another group might get some of our people back together.
That's
Some
a
of our
great
people are
idea,
afraid of
Joanne.
Zoom. Yeah.
Well, yeah, invite them to check out our Let's Bead Live, and it's the middle of every month, the middle Saturday of every month, and it's free to the public. And invite them to please drop in. And
January one, and we're making the fairies.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
I
actually
love
just
that
instead
fairy.
of 3 teachers, it's just Christine, and it's a 3-hour class. So it's all because you make the body and then you make the hat. So it's a workshop in whatever, increasing and decreasing peyote.
What's the date of that?
January 15th, Saturday.
And if you want a more complete description, go to umbs.org, our website, and it's right on the home page, right on the front.
Yes,
Right, I'll talk to our president and tell her, because we have a newsletter going out, so we can tell them.
Yep.
Yeah. That'd be great.
Joanne, are you near Water Villette?
No, Water Villette is like 2.5 hours from me. I'm near Detroit.
Okay, all right. Because I've been to the bead shop in Water Villette.
They're not there anymore.
Yes, they are, because I was just there. 2
they
months
opened
ago.
up again?
They have a new shop inside in the town. They used to be in a shed. And yes, no, that one closed down, but they opened up a bigger shop now in Water Villette, right on the main street.
We used to go through there when we would go to Bead and Button. We would stop there.
Well, now you know they are open, and they have a lot bigger selection of stuff. Just in fact, when I went to Michigan in July, I made a special trip to Water Villette in order to pick up beads that I
that's
needed.
interesting. Okay, I'll let people know.
Okay.
That they've reopened, yeah.
Yes, bigger shop.
Well, that's good. The closest real bead shop for me is Jackson, and that's almost 2 hours away.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we don't have any bead shops in Kansas. North Carolina only had a rare earth beads, which basically gemstones, no beading supplies for what we do. And then there was one other shop that had a few beading supplies, and that was in North Carolina, the Raleigh area. I lived outside Raleigh. So I found it real interesting too. I pulled up, somebody requested a pattern from Cabo's past newsletters, and it was like 2013. And there must have been 7 at least. I mean, there was like a whole list of bead shops in 2013, and now there's like
Well, that's
0.
we had a ton
It's
of
like,
bead
oh my
shops.
gosh. Yeah.
We had a ton of them and they're all gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
Bobby
thank
Bead is
goodness for
still
Bobby
standing.
Bead.
Yeah,
And we're having our super round sale. So all the round beads are all 50% off retail, 25% off wholesale. And then all the metals are 33% off all the metals. So
I can get my 15s, huh, Michelle?
yep, all the 15s, 11s, 8s, and 6s are 50% off retail and 25% off wholesale.
You know, I really hate coming to
Wow.
Bobby Bead. You know that.
No, it's
because
really-
I
No,
spend
I
too
love
much
going
money.
to Bobby Bead. I used to come back. I'm like,
Exactly.
okay. Spend their hours going, oh, one of those, one of those, one of those, one of those.
Absolutely.
I
Thank
stopped
heavens
in
for them.
there- Yeah, I stopped in there a few weeks ago. And how long was I there, Michelle? Like 3 hours?
Oh my gosh, at least. I mean, I thought you were gonna like camp out with me, you know, and so, but that's the nice thing. We're here Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and I'm here Fridays and Sundays is what I work. So I'd love to see anybody that comes in, and we're also, if you finished your Toho Challenge 2021 or any of the years prior, we need your designs to show, because I had to send everything to Japan for the show in Japan. So I have a whole space now for more displays. So anybody that finished their Toho Challenge, send it to me or bring it to me and I'll show it off to the public.
And they were amazing. I got to be there when they were up. Oh my God.
Yeah, it was cool to have them here. So now they're going to be shown at the gallery in Tokyo. And so, but we still have our live extravaganza. It'll be in January sometime.
Before we end this meeting, Rochelle, I wanted to ask you, do we have somebody who's going to be talking in Elfrida Russell's place yet?
I'm working on trying to book Chris Allen in. Adrian Gaskell was almost there, but she's gonna have to do it in like April or May or June, because she had family guests that are now here. So I'm working on Chris Allen. I don't know if you've seen my page on Facebook. I've been sharing what she's doing. They bead rocks. And so it's part of the program in the parks and stuff. And so they're beating around rocks. So it's a whole program that she's got that she's working with. And so it's a fundraiser and everything. So hopefully Chris Allen will be able to do it for us. So
be sure you send me that info. I just want to get stuff on the
I
website.
will, yeah.
you know.
We've been messaging all day and stuff like that. So we'll talk tomorrow on the phone and hopefully I can get her booked in. But yeah, Alfrida will do it. It's just, she just has to postpone. Her son had a heart attack.
Oh goodness.
She's helping to take care of his recovery.
Wow.
He can't be very old because she surely doesn't look like she has children that are.
Her son's in his low 40s.
Yeah, that's young.
Wow.
That is so young.
It's young.
So speaking of making things in the parks, for any of you local folks, if you go to the light show at the Minnesota Landscape Arboretum, you'll notice that there's some wire flowers.
Oh.
And maybe they have a lot of lights on them. And they just should not have left me alone somewhere that said winter in bloom and there were no flowers on the cart. And now there's like 30 of them around.
Oh my gosh.
They're big. They're like this big. Big wire flowers. I kind of sort of started a trend and then they went all over I taught a
Oh,
couple.
oh, cool.
So if you go check out all the flowers around, those are all handmade. Some of them by me and the rest of them by the people I taught how to make them.
That's so cool. I did
Oh, that's
somebody
exciting.
posting some of the lights, but I didn't know that you were making big flowers for it. That's so cool.
Well, if you look at the picture on my Facebook page, like my picture, I know those are so tiny. The flowers that are on the front of that winter in bloom cart I made and put purple lights on because that's what I was told to put on.
So how
Oh,
did you
that
get
is
involved in that? How can you, like maybe our bead society could do it next year,
You just have to sign up to be a volunteer, which you have to get like background checked and.
Oh, jeez. No, we just want to donate art. We don't want to.
If you just want to donate art.
We don't want to go through the FBI ESA background
We'll
check
never
for
pass.
crying out loud.
Well, it's because I work with kids there. So if you're going to work with kids, you have to get background checked, and, which is valid,
Oh, sure.
It's the University of Minnesota, so.
Yeah, I like the idea of doing that, some kind of a display thing, rocks or wasn't somebody did something like they beat it around benches or
I've
something?
done that.
I don't know.
I've done that with
While
yarn.
back. Oh, maybe
I
it's
think
yarn.
that's-
I mean,
I think
I
that's
don't know.
yarn bombing.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
I maybe have been involved in that in the past.
yeah.
I only look
Well,
mine.
Anybody else have show and tell or comments to make? Marlene Ackerman, I saw your chat comment. Thank you. That was
Yes. I really
generous.
enjoyed my first year being a member, and I've already renewed for next year.
Oh, wonderful.
A fun group, and thanks for reaching out to Florida people. So I see we had another Floridian that joined. That's
Mhm.
good.
Spread the word.
We will.
We
love you all.
I've invited another Floridian.
Good.
Yes. Yep, that's great. Well, all right, everybody, happy holidays, and thank you
Happy
so
holidays.
much for sharing all
Happy
this.
holidays. Happy
Me
holidays.
too.
Merry Christmas.